In this lesson, we are going to learn about the art and process of making glass through the concepts of heat and temperature. Glass was first made in the Middle East around 3000 BC. During the Middle Ages, Northern Europeans made stained glass windows for decorative purposes. Have you ever wondered how these different types of glass are made? Before people learned to make glass, they had found two forms of natural glass. One, when lightning strikes sand, the heat sometimes fuses the sand into long slender glass tubes called fulgurites, which are commonly called petrified lightning. 2. The terrific heat of a volcanic eruption also sometimes fuses rocks and sand into a glass called obsidian. Early glass making was slow and costly. It required hard work. Glass blowing and glass pressing were unknown in those times. The invention of blowpipe about 30 BC made the glass production easier, faster, and cheaper. In the Middle Ages, the glass workers were transferred to the Venetian island of Murano. Venetian glass blowers created some of the most delicate and graceful glass the world has ever seen. By the late 1400s and early 1500s, manufacturers chiefly produced containers and drinking vessels. During the 1500s, glassmaking became important in England. They produced Venetian-style glass. In 1674, an English glassmaker named George Ravenscroft patented a new type of glass called lead glass. This is especially used for optical instruments. Early American glass. Wistar, Henry William Stiegel, and John F. Emerlung are three important American glass makers in the early American glass-making period. Another important early American glass is sandwich glass, made by the Boston and Sandwich Glass Company, founded by Deming Jarves in 1825. In the early 1800s, the type of glass in greatest demand was window glass or crown glass. In 1825, the cylinder process replaced the crown method in the making of glass. The discovery of petroleum and the appearance of the kerosene lamp in the early 1860s led to a demand for glass lamp chimneys. These developments helped to expand the market for glass. Modern glassmaking. After 1890, the development, manufacture, and use of glass increased rapidly. In modern glassmaking, machinery has been developed for precise, continuous manufacture of sheet glass, bulbs, etc. New methods and automatic glass-making machines were introduced in this period. During the late 1960s, glass manufacturers established collection centers for recycling purposes. In the 1970s, optical fibers were developed. The late 1900s brought important new specialty glasses like an infrared transmitting glass that can be used to make lenses. Glass in general can be classified into commercial, lead, borosilicate, and glass fiber. Glass blowing consists of dipping a blowpipe into a pot of molten glass, which is inside a high-temperature furnace at about 1204 degrees Celsius. By dipping, glass is gathered onto the blowpipe. Pipe and glass are removed from the furnace. By blowing through the pipe, the ball of molten glass is expanded into a thick bubble. Colors are added by gathering additional glass in the blowpipe. The bubble of hot glass is then worked to get a desired shape. The materials used for this process are wet sticks, wooden molds, pliers, scissors, wires, etc. During the shaping process, the piece must be frequently returned to a furnace to maintain its softness for working. Additional glass may be gathered from time to time, if required. The piece is then transferred from the blowpipe to an iron rod called a punty. The use of punty is to separate the glass that was in contact with the blowpipe. This has to open up to form the mouth of a vase or bowl. When the piece has the desired look, it is carefully broken off the punty and placed into the annulaire. Depending on the thickness, the glass will cool down. This style of glass blowing is called furnace or offhand.
Click on each step and follow the instructions to make your own glass. Materials needed are sugar, hot plate or kitchen stove or heat source, kitchen pot, cold cookie sheet, may be iced down or kept in a cooler. Compare your glass to other types of glass available.
Glass is used in almost every aspect of our lives, in our homes and whenever we sit down to eat or drink. Glass packaging is used for many products, such as drinks, medicines, and cosmetics, and not to mention numerous food.